Hi, my name is Aditya Jha. I'm a chief mentor at the Toronto Business Development Center. And our mission is that how do we bring international entrepreneurs to Canada, help them grow, succeed, and settle themselves here, and ultimately help back their native countries. I grew up in India. I studied computer science and I was doing my PhD. Went to different countries, Singapore, I was in France, in Australia, and finally in Canada working for big companies. And then at one time, I just got this idea that I should become an entrepreneur. Started a software company that became a massively successful company. Started with $1,000 investment and it became a $100 million company and sold it to Sun Microsystems. And I have gone through various iterations of running businesses, restarting businesses. I have been associated with various boards, government boards, private boards, university colleges. I have my endowments at different universities. So I thought that life had been so rich. It's a high time that I should bring all of that collection to a platform. And I found TBDC to be a phenomenal platform. Why not go somewhere where my bandwidth will be increased because I'm plugging into a much larger bandwidth to support entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur in residence at one of the School of Business in Canada. I have nurtured entrepreneurship amongst the Aboriginal people of Canada for many years. What I have found that it is not one thing about a person, an entrepreneur, which will make him or her successful. In my case, the journey I had a very good high education, one of the premier institutions, worked for multinational companies, and then got into the idea of starting a business. So I have grown into entrepreneurship. In this whole process, as much looks like I have given a lot, I have gotten a lot. You see this pin, it is Order of Canada. This is the highest civilian honor of the country, and I'm a member of that. I received honorary doctorate from Metropolitan University of Toronto. I have been vested into Hall of Fame as a champion of public education in Canada. So I think it's a time to give back when you have received so much in life. I have offices in 9 countries. My customers are in 65 countries. And I think I have coined this terminology, micro-multinational. So you have to start thinking, even though you're small, but you have to think like a multinational, micro-multinational. When I go to Morocco, to my office in Casablanca, I have only one employee there. I have a couple of customers, but I have to have employee identification number. You have to do an audit, submit every year audit report. Almost everything what a large MNC does, even if with one employee with $50,000 revenue in other part of the country, you have to do it. So you have to start thinking in the way I call it a building a micro multinational organization. So my advice to people coming here is that of course you should have a very good idea, but you must validate that idea if possible before you come here by having a paid customer. Other validation is get it from somebody who is a sophisticated investor, even if it's an angel investor. If you can get their money, that is not only the money you got the validation. So finding a paid customer is a validation. And third thing is when you come to this country, try to find an anchor client because that will help you build the business. In my case, when I landed here, everything had to be learned yourself. I have been walking through the TBDC and I see 90% of that problem you will have a canned answer or help. So you are in a good shape if you come to Canada now, and especially through the TBDC program. TBDC is supported by the federal government of Canada, by provincial government of Ontario, even at the city level. City of Toronto is a huge city in the global scale. So you have 3 layers of that support, supporting an institution, a cause, and that cause is there to help you. The whole narrative should change from drain to gain. You'll gain in terms of how to grow. You'll gain in terms of your own confidence level, your own preparation. You will be having access to the technology which is latest. That is the market gain, it is the professionalism gain, it is the confidence gain. It's a gain and gain and gain and gain. And at TBDC, what I liked about it, here, if you are associated with TBDC, you would be exposed to that ingredients about how to interact with people, with your customers, how to find them, your marketing campaigns, how it should be. Of course, you are experienced with all these things. But one thing is very important, that besides education and your own zeal to become an entrepreneur, which I call that entrepreneurship is about following your dream, creating your dream make happen. But for that dream to make happen, you have to have all the necessary tools and techniques. When you come here, you are networking with a network. And that is something people don't recognize, that what is the advantage of a platform like this. More to emphasize, the TBDC reason for existence is to nurture entrepreneurs, bring them here, make them successful. That is the way. That's why I decided that why not go somewhere where my bandwidth will be increased, because I'm plugging into a much larger bandwidth to support entrepreneurs.